How do you feel about these songs?
Walk it like I talk it, walk it, walk it like I talk it, walk it, walk it like I talk it.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking on cooking the hot box, fucking on your bitch, yeah, that.
Motorsport, put that thing in sports, shout it bad.
Dive into the echoes of hip-hop's past and present as we explore the poignant journey of Migos, from chart-topping highs to heartbreaking goodbyes. In the landscape of modern hip-hop, few groups have stirred as much buzz and influence as Migos, a trio from Lawrenceville, Georgia, that skyrocketed to fame with their unique style and cultural sway. Comprised of Quavious Kiate Marshall, Quavo, Kiari Kendrell Cephas, Offset, and Kirshnik Curry Ball, Takeoff, Migos burst onto the scene with their breakthrough hit Versace in 2013, which soon caught the attention of heavyweights like Drake. This collaboration not only amplified their presence, but also marked the beginning of their ascent in the music industry. Migos were not just rappers, they were cultural icons who mastered the art of the triplet flow, a rhythmic rap style that became a staple in trap music and influenced countless artists across genres. Their impact was further solidified with the release of Bad and Bougie in 2016. The track became an internet sensation, topping the Billboard Hot 100 chart and becoming a cultural catchphrase due to its catchy hook and meme-worthy lines. The group's chemistry was palpable, their energy unmatched, but what truly made them stand out was their familial ties. Quavo and Takeoff were uncle and nephew, while Offset was Quavo's cousin. These bonds translated into a dynamic synergy on stage and in the studio, making their music resonate with authenticity and familial solidarity. However, their journey was not without its challenges. Despite their rapid rise and the strong family foundation, tensions and external pressures would eventually test their unity. Moving on, let's talk about the Migos' triumphs and contributions. Migos' influence on the music scene was both immediate and profound, marked by a series of triumphs that reshaped the landscape of hip-hop. Their early career was highlighted by the release of Versace in 2013, a track that not only caught the public's ear, but also garnered a remix from none other than Drake, catapulting the trio into the spotlight. This collaboration was a pivotal moment, elevating their status and setting the stage for their dominant presence in the industry. The group's impact extended beyond individual tracks to their distinctive style, most notably, their pioneering use of the triplet flow. This rapid, staccato rhythmic pattern became a defining feature of trap music and influenced a host of artists across various genres. Migos' ability to blend complex rhythms with catchy lyrics allowed them to create a sound that was instantly recognizable and widely emulated, showcasing their role as innovators in the music field. Their album Culture, released in 2017, was a commercial success, debuting at #1 on the US Billboard 200 chart. The album was a testament to their influence, featuring hits like Bad and Bougie, which itself became a cultural phenomenon. The track not only topped the charts, but also became a viral sensation, further demonstrating their ability to capture the cultural zeitgeist. The phrase "raindrop, drop top" from the song turned into a widespread meme, illustrating how their music transcended auditory boundaries to become part of everyday conversations. Migos' contributions were not limited to music alone. They became trendsetters in fashion and vernacular, influencing the way people dressed and spoke. Their flair for bold and flamboyant fashion was often mirrored by fans and fellow artists alike, setting trends that rippled through the fashion industry. The group's knack for creating anthems that resonated with a wide audience helped cement their status as cultural icons. They were not just musicians, they were pioneers who crafted a new direction for hip-hop, leaving an indelible mark on the genre. Their legacy is characterized by their ability to innovate and inspire, pushing the boundaries of music and culture to create a lasting impact that extends far beyond their original compositions. Moving on, let's talk about the Migos' internal dynamics and challenges. The ascent of Migos was not only shaped by their musical innovations, but also by the intricate dynamics within the group. Although the familial ties between Quavo, Offset, and Takeoff provided a strong foundational bond, these relationships were also the backdrop against which internal tensions occasionally surfaced. The group's chemistry, often highlighted in their synchronized performances and cohesive musical style, was periodically tested by the pressures of fame and individual ambitions. As Migos rose to stardom, each member began exploring individual projects and interests, which sometimes led to periods of separation both professionally and personally. These solo ventures were indicative of a desire to express themselves independently, yet they also posed challenges to the unity of the group. Legal and contractual disputes further complicated the internal dynamics. Throughout their career, Migos faced various legal challenges, including disputes with their record label over financial agreements. These conflicts added stress to the group's relationship and occasionally spilled into public view, revealing cracks in their united front. The most significant rift emerged between Offset and the other members, which culminated in his departure from the group. This separation was not just a logistical split, but a deeply emotional one, reflecting unresolved issues and differences in vision. The departure was marked by public statements that hinted at loyalty and respect issues, underscoring the complexity of their relationships. Despite these challenges, the bonds of family and music often brought them back together, demonstrating a resilient connection that could withstand the strains of their industry. Ultimately, the internal dynamics within Migos were a double-edged sword, providing both strength and vulnerability. Their ability to navigate these challenges was testament to their deep connections and shared history, which, despite the occasional discord, had always been the core of their collective identity. The interplay of these dynamics not only influenced their music, but also shaped their legacy in the hip-hop community. The trajectory of Migos took a heartbreaking turn with the untimely death of Kirshnik Ball, known professionally as Takeoff. On November 1st, 2022, the music world was shaken when Takeoff was fatally shot at a private party in Houston, Texas. This tragic event occurred amidst what was an ordinary social gathering, but an altercation escalated, leading to gunfire that tragically ended the young rapper's life at the age of 28. Takeoff's death was not just a loss to his family and friends, but resonated deeply within the hip-hop community and his global fan base. Known for his quieter demeanor compared to his more outspoken group members, Takeoff was often considered the most understated of the trio, yet his contributions to their music were integral. His ability to deliver complex verses with a calm and measured flow was one of the defining features that balanced the group's dynamic. The impact of his passing on Quavo and Offset was profound. Both artists expressed their grief and disbelief through social media and music. Offset described the loss as leaving him with an unbearable pain, emphasizing the deep familial ties that bound them. Quavo, Takeoff's uncle, released music that poignantly captured his sorrow, reflecting on the void left by his nephew's absence. The ripple effects of Takeoff's death were seen not only in the emotional tributes from artists across genres, but also in how it led to a re-evaluation of the group's future. In the wake of this tragedy, Offset and Quavo made clear that Migos as a group could not continue without Takeoff, underscoring his indispensable role in their union. This decision marked the end of an era for Migos, transitioning the members into new phases of their careers that would honor Takeoff's memory, but also acknowledge the irreplaceable nature of his presence in the group. The loss of Takeoff was a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the often perilous environments that can surround the music industry. It prompted discussions on violence, the impact of fame, and the personal safety of artists, bringing to light the broader implications of such a loss on the community and the culture at large. His legacy, however, remains immortalized in the music and the indelible mark he left on the world of hip-hop. Following the tragic demise of Takeoff, the remaining members of Migos, Quavo, and Offset faced the daunting task of navigating their grief while also considering the future of their musical careers. Their individual responses through public appearances and solo projects not only highlighted their personal coping mechanisms, but also marked a new era in each of their professional lives. Quavo, profoundly affected by the loss of his nephew, channeled his grief into his music, a therapeutic outlet that allowed him to express his complex emotions. He released several tracks dedicated to Takeoff, including the poignant single Without You. In this deeply personal song, Quavo reflects on the void left by Takeoff's absence, conveying his sorrow through lyrics that touch on his pain and the unfillable gap in his life. This track, among others, served as a public processing of his grief and a tribute to Takeoff's memory. Offset, on the other hand, took a slightly different approach in dealing with his grief. His emotional journey was marked by public tributes and heartfelt messages on social media, where he openly discussed the impact of Takeoff's death on his life. He referred to the tragedy as a nightmare, revealing the deep emotional toll it took on him. Offset also honored Takeoff through permanent ink, getting a large tattoo depicting his late cousin, which he shared on Instagram, symbolizing his lasting love and remembrance. Professionally, both artists began to explore solo careers in earnest. Offset had already released solo material prior to Takeoff's death, but post-tragedy, his work took on new significance as a form of personal catharsis. His album Set It Off, released shortly after Takeoff's passing, included tracks that indirectly touched on his feelings of loss and his journey through grief. Quavo also intensified his solo efforts. His release of the album Rocket Power was a nod to his late nephew, emphasizing his ongoing influence and presence in Quavo's life and work. The album was not just a collection of songs, but a commemorative project that sought to keep Takeoff's spirit alive through music. The solo endeavors of Quavo and Offset thus served multiple purposes. They were therapeutic outlets, tributes to their lost group member, and pathways to individual artistic expressions. These projects were imbued with the memories of their past together and shaped by the tragedy that had altered their lives forever. Each step forward in their solo careers was a step taken with the memory of Takeoff guiding their journey, ensuring his influence continued to resonate in their music and beyond. In the wake of Takeoff's untimely death, the remaining Migos members, Quavo and Offset, found poignant ways to publicly honor their late bandmate, marking their reunions not just as performances, but as tributes that resonated deeply with fans and the wider music community. One of the most significant tributes occurred during the 2023 BET Awards. This event marked the first time Quavo and Offset performed together since the group disbanded. The performance was a powerful homage to Takeoff, featuring a backdrop of a space shuttle launching, a nod to Takeoff's stage name and a symbol of his ascension. They performed Bad and Bougie, one of Migos' biggest hits, while integrating Takeoff's recorded verse into the performance, making it a poignant reminder of his enduring presence in their music. Additionally, Quavo took the stage at the 2023 Grammy Awards during the emotional In Memoriam segment. He performed Without You, a track dedicated to Takeoff. Accompanied by the gospel group Maverick City Music, Quavo offered a heartfelt rendition that left a lasting impression on the audience. His performance culminated in a powerful moment where he held up Takeoff's chain, symbolically raising his spirit and legacy to the heavens. These public appearances were complemented by numerous social media tributes where both artists expressed their grief and memories of Takeoff. Offset revealed a significant tattoo on his back depicting Takeoff amidst the stars, a permanent tribute to his cousin. Meanwhile, Quavo's posts often reflected on their personal and professional moments together, sharing insights into the deep bond they shared. These reunions and tributes were not merely about remembrance, but served as a cathartic process for the artists and their fans. By incorporating Takeoff's memory into their ongoing work and public appearances, Quavo and Offset continue to celebrate his life, ensuring that his influence and legacy are remembered and honored in the annals of music history. These acts of remembrance helped to heal the community and solidified the enduring impact of Migos as a pioneering force in hip-hop. The story of Migos is not just about their music, it's about the indelible mark they left on the world of hip-hop and popular culture. From their inception, Quavo, Offset, and Takeoff brought a new energy and style to the music scene that was both innovative and influential. Their legacy, intertwined with both triumph and tragedy, highlights their profound impact on their fans and fellow artists alike. Migos revolutionized the hip-hop genre with their introduction of the triplet flow, which has since been adopted by many artists, reflecting the group's influence on the evolution of rap music. Their tracks like Bad and Bougie and Versace became anthems of a generation, not only dominating the charts, but also becoming cultural phenomena that influenced fashion, language, and lifestyle. The tragic passing of Takeoff marked a poignant moment in their journey, shifting the narrative from one of unbridled success to reflective introspection about the fragility of life and the bonds of brotherhood. This event underscored the human aspects behind their public personas, bringing their story closer to the hearts of their audience. Despite the disbandment following Takeoff's death, the cultural footprint of Migos remains vast. Quavo and Offset's decision to honor their late bandmate through their solo careers and public tributes has ensured that the spirit of Migos continues to live on. Their music, style, and influence still resonate, impacting emerging artists and maintaining a lasting presence in the industry. As the chapters close on their collective journey, the legacy of Migos as pioneers in the music industry remains a testament to their innovation, resilience, and the deep interpersonal connections that propelled them to stardom. They were more than a musical group, they were a cultural movement that redefined the contours of hip-hop, leaving a legacy that will influence generations to come. If you're intrigued by the saga of Migos and the profound impact they've made on music and culture, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with more deep dives and analyses. Share your thoughts in the comments below about how Migos influenced your view of hip-hop, and let us know which artists or groups you'd like us to explore next. Your engagement helps us bring more content like this to you.